Montana to a 5-map series. They were able to beat NAU. NAU actually turned around and beat Montana. So that's they're a little a little circling around each other going on there. And Montana and NAU currently sitting at number 2 and number 3 overall. So we've seen Weber State really hang with the top dogs of EGF. DePaul certainly have their work cut out for them at 9-5 now after that last win over Butler. DePaul certainly in a great place to make the postseason, but winning this one would solidify it. Mathematically, they are in top 16 and will not be denied their playoff spot if they can pull off this dub against Weber State.
Absolutely. And so what we saw a very aggressive play coming from DePaul last game, so we have a little bit of information coming into this game. But as we say that, a floater goes all the way back, and Raffles strikes first. Man, like what was going on? I was gonna say like DePaul was playing a little bit less aggressive, but like they just didn't get back in time for defense. They were just kind of triple committed to the other side. There's no one there at all. In fact, Zesty was standing there waiting for the ball just to see who was gonna go in.
And we saw him do this against Butler as well, where everybody from DePaul pushes up into the opponent's third. You know, where the third man back is sitting well past the midfield line. This time he gets punished just narrowly as the challenge from DePaul misses. And right back on the aggression comes DePaul, not dissuaded by an early deficit. Cookie's going to put one up. Good read. Juices isn't going to allow any rebound off the back of that one. Black Wraith looking for another one, but another good touch from the defense out of Weber State.
So we're looking to see if we can get some if DePaul can, and as I say that, another like easy coming and goal from Raph, like it's like that's 2 for him right now, right? There's no one there. There's no one there back.
Yeah, a bit of a misread from DePaul. I think that was Black Wraith I saw there. Ends up going to the far side post, and Raph just chases it down near side, totally unchallenged. Almost cherry picking, had the boost, just waiting for that giant clear. And so far, Weber State are really doing a great job in their counterpunch efforts.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm sure that like DePaul took a while to kind of start their offense in the previous series as well. So I'm sure they're just trying to reset the mindset, reset the mental, and get back into this game. But as I say, that goes right back to the aggression we saw so much earlier on. But we were straight. I mean, just two quick goals in the first 2 minutes. Third one to top it off. This time the defense was there. It wasn't an easy goal, but man, this is they're almost like DePaul's just getting picked apart.
Oh, Zesty's so accurate as well. It's so hard to block when those shots are just pinpoint, laser guided, exactly in the holes necessary so the defense just can't get back in time. They can't cover those gaps quick enough.
And that's why. So now a 3-goal lead. I mean, this is kind of rare in EGF Rocket League. We just don't see this wide of a gap sometimes. Or maybe early in the season we do, but like not at this level. And so now, I mean, like DePaul's gonna have to do something quick. I mean, we've seen some magnificent offense come out from them before, so we're looking to see if we can just get something going here in this game. You don't want to go 3-0, or maybe they just let this game go and just take GG go next, and we'll get into game 2.
Yeah, we were doing a good job of just not letting DePaul execute their game plan on either side of the pitch. I mean, just right there, Juices with a big touch, forced along the wall. Lavish is able to read that one and get it down into the corner. Black Wraith trying to find a way to work around this strong Weber squad. Zesty with time to work to size that. Just taking to the corner is the way to go. Raph with a little backup, but Lavish and Cookie steal it right away. 2 players from DePaul in the corner looking for a shot. Juices is able to get in front of that one, but Cookie's keeping it on. Looking for the double tap here. That's going to go off the top. Nobody in the corner to follow up. DePaul sets up for another. This time going up to Lavish. Juices once again doing such a fantastic job of protecting that backboard. Not giving DePaul the easy chances that they're looking for. Black Wraith goes for it again, and once again, Juices all over it. Is just cleaning that backboard off.
Absolutely, just not get like shutting down every single opportunity. That's what the shot on goal. But this time again, the defense was back, ready to go. And look at this, like they're so confident that Zetsy's just gonna stay there. Another shot opportunity, just floats but Black Ray may be able to follow up. It goes wide on the right-hand side, but Shikuki was there for the initial touch, just whiffs right past it. But another shot, wide right-hand side, it still just bounces right in front. No follow-up whatsoever. A minute and 16 left of the clock, and as time goes by, that 3-goal deficit looks a little bit more insurmountable as time goes on.
Juicy's just so good in the backfield. DePaul are dealing with a whole other monster here defensively. Oh, another one super close. Shikuki will finally put one home, and just in the nick of time, too. It's just at that point where you're like, okay, all right, 2 goals in a minute and 2. I can see that happening. If this had gone below the minute mark, 3 goals in a minute just feels impossible. But,
yeah,
hey.
It's possible, but it's improbable just a little bit. But the 2-goal lead, as you mentioned, does give them a fighting chance at the very least. So DePaul is looking to see if they can close the gap here a little bit. And again, even if they don't get this first game, at least you know that you got 1 on the board, and it's not impossible to get goals. But as I say that, Shikuki's setting up another shot on goal, and he had to get all the way back. Just a little bit overconfident there. Sometimes you can get those quick goals, after goals, like your defense and your mental doesn't reset, and so they just get that first goal right behind it as a mistake. But either way, Shikuki's still on the other side of this pitch. He's still trying to make a shot, and it goes wide right. No follow-up whatsoever, but we'll see what goes to the other side.
And the big boon about that goal is also you can break this open. It's been far more difficult for DePaul to create opportunities. They can get it done. A lot of demos on the back end. Oh, Lavish gets denied as Juices respawns just in time to come save that shot. And DePaul are going to drop game 1 here. Hoping they can at least get a consolation goal at the end, a little morale booster. Doesn't look like that's going to happen as Juices is just going to force it back down. Weber State with a 3-1 to start off our 4th series of the evening.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, Raph just like striking early, got 2 goals. Zesty with a goal. I just knocked out, shut down defense coming in from Weber State. And so again, DePaul riding on the momentum of the previous win and just gets shut down by like the fresh set of hands for Weber. They definitely, again, we don't have a lot of information on Weber just because they're new to the EGF this season, but don't, like I said, do not underestimate them, do not count them out. They're playing just as seriously. They have just as much to play for as DePaul does, but DePaul's looking down the one side of 0-1 right now, but it's still got 2 more games to go.
And I think our storyline at the moment is how do you beat Juices defensively? And DePaul's able to do it once, but it took them a lot of aggression, giving up 3 goals in pretty much counterpunch style in transition. And Juices is able to take almost 600 points just on saves and assists. It was a tremendous defensive effort that DePaul have to find a way to overcome. A good early opportunity there, narrowly misses the net. Shikuki trying to follow it up, but guess who's right on top of it? It's Juices. He protects that backboard like they owe their life. Lavish, though, able to sneak it away.
Oh my goodness, like persistence wins championships, right? Just like 1 shot on goal, 2 shots on goal, and then Lavish finally gets it in. And so if he can make God bleed, they'd struck first this time in less than 15 seconds to start off with. That was almost a kickoff goal if you were thinking about it, right? Like it almost went in if it just went a little bit wide to the right. But looking like DePaul showing up, looking to want to play, they get the early lead.
Well, and it just goes to show just split-second timing. Juices was there on that, but didn't get the big booming clear off the backboard that we had seen, forcing it into the corner and completely denying the play. Just got a piece of it, and the ball bounces right in front of the net. Lavish waiting for it with eyes wide, set on the back of the goal. So this defensive god has certainly bled. And now DePaul can smell that blood in the water. Ooh, huge defensive move from Shikuki to maintain DePaul's 1-0 lead.
Absolutely. It's like that was almost a tie goal right there, but it goes the other way. Another demo comes in from Lavish, and it's going to get a shot on goal. It just goes a little bit wide. He watched this thing go in front of the net. That's just so unfortunate. Rafa, on the other hand, is going to try to make this clear, but he's met by Shikuki. He's going to try to thread the needle here, get another shot on goal, and it just goes a little bit short. And so now DePaul's going to have to play on the defense.
Looked like Shikuki might have been going for the demo onto Juices there, like changed their game plan in the middle of the air. And it's resulted in some shot opportunities. And here is Weber. Managed to put some pressure down. Only had 5 shots in their victory in game 1. Not very offensive so far in this series. They're putting it together right now, Will.
I mean, at least it's forcing Weaver to play defense at the very least, and like the aggression we had seen from our first match so far. It is another shot going to Black Wraith is going to get the second one. Right into the net. There we go. This is what we're like. DePaul again just needed that first game to reset. I mean, like this, they just now that like all the offense is coming in for DePaul, and now we got a 2-0 lead. And now Weaver like how does that taste, Weaver? you're down 2-0 very early in the game.
And what a rare opportunity. They're able to beat the defensive juices back to it, who's been so good at protecting the backboard. And, well, that time Black Wraith does not miss. We saw Black Wraith go for several of those double taps in the game against Butler, and none of them quite accurate. And then the most difficult one, the most impossible angle we've seen so far, and Black Wraith nails it off that front right tire. Beautiful double tap. DePaul now sitting pretty, and they're keeping it going. Lavish with a shot on near post. Juice is able to get a piece of that one. It's DePaul making a statement here in game 2, though.
Absolutely, it's just like we are here to stay. We're here to play. We just took a game or so to warm up and get back into the mindset here and get back to their winning ways. And so I meant we passed the halfway mark into game number 2. It is still DePaul up 2-0, and again a markedly different game, Jeff. Just definitely a different vibe, different energy. And look to see if DePaul can carry it on to tie up 1-1. Another floater. It's just going to get a second goal on plays. Right as I say that, look at this. It's almost like you're catching Weaver sleeping. Jesus was nowhere to be found, or at least he tried to get back, but it just gets beaten by the floater. It's a wide open net. It is now 3-0, and there we go. Now I'm feeling a little bit more confident. I know the bias is coming through, but the Paul is up 3-0 and very comfortable in lead.
Well, the Blue Demons definitely feeling a little more confident right now. It felt like they had to throw everything they had at it and exhaust all their resources just to get one goal in game number 1. They have certainly unlocked something special here in game number 2. Nice touches on the defensive end. DePaul heading back for it, looking for a fourth. Raph with a good move, holding down the near post. Ball still in the zone. Juices up along the wall, pushes it down, but Lavish comes across, reads it. It's going to go off the backboard. Cookie and Black Wraith waiting for it. Black Wraith finds it, bounces it off the crossbar to increase that lead yet again.
Oh my goodness, the floodgates have opened, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 4-0 lead coming from DePaul, and a good setup here. I think it's mostly less aggression from DePaul and more demos. I mean, I see usually before a setup goal comes into place, they get the demo for the defender. It's usually on Juices or Zesty, and they just capitalize right on top of it. So 4-0, a minute and 30 left on the clock. Now, again, I'm a believer in miracles, Chef, but now 4-0, with about 90 seconds left to go, seeming a little bit impossible, and DePaul's doing a good job to get into game 3.
God, what a turnaround from this DePaul squad. It's just been a joy to watch. Not just this game. Like, I feel like just these 2 games has been a snapshot of the entire season for DePaul University.
Absolutely.
I mean, it was a horrific start. They didn't have all of their starters. They start 0-4, but they've gone 8-1 since. They've put together 7 in a row, counting that one against Butler, and are looking really good here in game number 2 against an extremely strong Weber State. 4-0 lead. And the defense from Weber State has been something to reckon with, but DePaul have found the key. They have the skeleton key now.
Absolutely. I mean, I think this is GG go next for Weber State. I mean, it's 25 seconds left on the clock, and even if they get all 4 goals in a row and tie it to overtime, it's looking less likely. So we're going into game 3. Definitely a momentum shift coming in front of DePaul. They've kind of figured out what they need to do against this Weber offense. They're not even let them get the consolation goal. It was just blocked by Black Wraith, and so Juices is trying to get get one just to make them feel a little bit better. But it's looking less likely as time goes on. 1 second left on the clock. It's going down to 0, and we just need the list on the line on the pitch, or not. Or maybe another shot on goal, and another shot on goal. They get the consolation goal at 0 seconds, but it doesn't matter. DePaul has punched their ticket and tied this up 1-1.
Apparently, Zesty, like myself, is allergic to eggs. There'll be no eggs in that score column. Give me my French fry, says Zesty and the rest of Weber State. Yeah, they take that L. But hey, at least it's not a shutout. Good news for DePaul is that was an emphatic dub here in game number 2. What a turnaround. What a comeback. And what a way to break open what was a rock solid defensive Weber.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to carry this momentum for 2 more games, ladies and gentlemen. But we're gonna go into game 3. We're tied up 1-1, and I got a markedly different to like in the previous matchup. Like we have this as a reference point now. Like the previous match was very tight, and all 4 games that they ended up playing. Now in this one though, it's just like it goes one way, it goes like almost like a shutout in the one way, and it goes to shutout the other way. So now what does game 3 have to hold? And it can Weaver make the adjustment, right? Because like that game kind of went away from them after after like I think goal number 3, that game just kind of got away from them, and they were just like, okay, GG, go next. And they're like that 4th goal was just more icing on the cake. But here we go, game number 3. We're looking to see if DePaul can carry on this momentum and see if they can get a second win on the board and put them closer and closer to that playoff spot.
Yeah, just a reminder, if you're just joining us, DePaul looking to lock it down. They can attempt to edit early. Sessy's able to clean that one. Juice is trying to chase. Lavish in there in a solo effort of 1v3. 2 players from DePaul rotating back. Nothing in transition this time. Now looking for one of their own. DePaul puts it off the post. Oh, 2 players there and just missed the mark by pixels.
Oh my goodness, it's just like too close for comfort here, but a little bit tighter, a little bit more defensive play coming in from both sides, at least in this game. But as I say that, now Juices comes up with the big down. Here comes a shot to try to capitalize, but Shikuki is there for the block. It gets it all to the other side, almost clears it out over to the other side of the net, but not too far away. But Black Wraith is going to take some control back, try to get this clear, but it's still the Paul side of the net. Paul pitches, sorry.
I think DePaul are actually trying to bait in some aggression. They are looking for this counter punch. They know if they let Weber set up and all 3 players are in position, they lock down that defensive half. So DePaul have dialed back their own aggression to pull out Weber. And once Weber aren't in the position necessary to really guard the backboard, to really lock down the defense, this is when DePaul has found success. And it has resulted in a pretty significant shift in their play style. Zesty with a good challenge in the air there. Doesn't let that one develop. But even as they're playing in the violet half, look at very quickly Black Wraith and Lavish end up back on the Scarlet side of things. They're not all pressing forward into the third like we have seen throughout pretty much the previous series and in game 1 of this series.
I mean, DePaul, with their trademark aggression was definitely kind of like they're blessing and a curse. Like sometimes they generate some offense like they did last game. Sometimes it's like that. Lavish is gonna get another goal, and it's just right past 2 defenders. There were people there from Weber all the way back, but just gets the Jesus just missed it, and Zesty looks at it as a sails by, and so now a much markedly different game, I would say. But like we got their first goal after 3 minutes, but going from through the offensive games to like more defensive, and now DePaul's up 1-0. But like I don't think that's going to stay for long if memory serves correctly.
I like to think that Lavish just kind of opened their driver's side door on that last one. Like the ball just shot out at a 9-degree angle off the left side of the car to get that redirect and get around the defender. I like to picture it's just a little car door got opened.
Yeah.
Raph trying to drive down. Good contact from Black Wraith. Nevertheless, Raph tries to muscle on through. Eventually greeted by Lavish. Good shot put on net, but Black Wraith is in position, guarding that far post. In the air, Lavish gets a nice second touch and forces it the other way. DePaul are going to come back and try to strike quickly. Cookie off the backboard, falls way back, forcing Black Wraith to rotate back and Lavish to come up and make a touch on it. Not quite how they drew it up, but DePaul keeping the pressure on. Good demo. Black Wraith driving up the left-hand side. Juice is challenging in the corner. DePaul sending 2 into that corner to make sure they leave with control of that ball. And another opportunity to put one on net. But Raph and the rest of Weber have slowly worked their way back down to the other half.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great defensive play coming in from Weber. They were tracking that ball the entire time. Raph was on the ground, Juices was in the air, and definitely looking to see if they can make things clear. But at the same time, though, DePaul is keeping this on the violet half. They have to Weber is looking to make some kind of offensive move. Here's an opportunity, but it goes wide to the right, and Raph was not there to pick it up. He was just kind of like watching it as it goes across the net. But here comes another setup. Zesty's going to set up for Juices, and it gets blocked right at the last second for Shikuki. And so it's still not cleared out the other side, though, so they're going to try to set up another attack.
Dusty taking to the skies this time. Juice is coming up with the shot off the post, hoping for a rebound. Nobody is there. Zesty and Raph both had fallen back at the threat of this counterpunch that DePaul had so much success with in game 2. Less than 60 seconds remaining. Battle at midfield. These teams have been extremely close. You see Lavish doesn't want to commit too much into that. 2 teammates falling back very defensively as well. Demo onto Lavish. Cookie has to make a play here. Gets the pass over to Blackray. Smart move, and they're going to get out of the zone.
Oh man, that demo almost spelled defeat for them. Like if that ball floated in, it always went right, and it just barely saved by Shakuki. Less than 30 seconds left to go. It's a very tight game. It's a very tight defensive game. Another shot on goal goes wide to the left, and Zesty's trying to set this up again. There comes Juices, and it goes right on the other side as well. Man, just an opportunity missed here, and we're gonna have a very defensive game with the 1-0 scoreline unless the Weaver can get this last second goal in the last 10 seconds. Is not looking likely, but Lavish has control. He's looking at it. It's 3 seconds left on the clock. It's just all he needs to do is touch the ground, and this is going to be a game number 2 coming in for DePaul. And then, or they get the goal at 0 seconds and just put a capitalization on top of it. There we go.
That was a momentum shift right there, and what a morale boost coming up at the very end as Lavish gives DePaul quite the victory. 2 in a row here to put them on series point against Weber State and guaranteeing their shot at the postseason.
And what a different game as well. I mean, like it was. I'm just gonna call it a one goal game because it was 1-0 the entire time. And that last goal was just this kind of, again, icing on the cake, a little bit of a last second whatever. But it was tight all the way. A lot more defense played this time around. Like DePaul has been aggressive in these games, and then decided to sit back a little bit. And most teams were focused on defense this time around. So now, a 1-goal deficit. I wouldn't be comfortable just yet because again, it could have gone either way in that particular case. But Weaver is now staring down. It's 1-2 now for them, and they need this next game. If nothing else, they need to show DePaul that they were not going to take this line down.
Yeah, Weber State faced with match point, and looking to take their 3rd loss in a row unless they can do something against DePaul University here. Weber do win the face-off, but Cookie is happy to take that ball and drive it back down. Early possession for DePaul. Lavish shot gets a little redeflected by Zesty, so it didn't land quite where they were hoping. And this is Weaver showing off some of that fantastic defense that got him so far in game 1. They've looked a little disheveled since then, though, where it was super calculated in game 1. I can't help but feel that Weaver have been shook just ever so slightly on their own defensive end.
I mean, I guess a little bit shook,
like that.
Yeah, just we're talking about being shook, and then Shakuki just follows it right up. It's almost like we're casting cursing it into existence here. But another just a rebound goal gets it right in. Shakuki is trying to finish the job here, not like giving Weaver any room to breathe. Once they get that first goal in the first 30 seconds of the match here, and that might be the only goal, may not be the last, but Weaver State's got to do something here. This is like, I think this is like well, is this like 4 or 5? This is 5 goals, I think, unanswered coming in for Weber. They need to do something here.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Spanning back to game number 2. No, it was 3 unanswered because there was the final second goal in game 2. It was almost a shutout. Like that was game 2 was almost a shutout. Game 3 was a shutout. Weber State have not been able to do much offensively whatsoever.
Which, again, considering game 1, it's so shocking to see kind of the different turnaround. But maybe that's also a testament to DePaul's pedigree of figuring out the defense and changing the game plan to adjust. They played very aggressive in that first game, and and we saw in game 3 a markedly different play style, more defensively, more demos, more setups, as opposed to like just this raw aggression and just taking Weaver for granted. But either way, still 1-0, still tight going so far. We were almost crossing the 2-minute mark in this first game, or that first game into game number 4.
This is gonna be an early goal here, though.
And now it's both one.
Yeah, both players from DePaul commit up. Black Wraith and Shikuki. Black Wraith comes up to try to get a contact to open the pitch for Shikuki, and both end up losing out on the ball. This is a straight and easy road home there for Juices.
All right, so now getting a little bit nervous, Jeff. It's tied up 1-1, but it's still anybody's game here so far. Still 3 minutes on the clock, and we're looking. Like that was kind of like an easier goal for Weber, and I'm sure like DePaul's probably scratching their heads a little bit, but I'm sure they're gonna make the adjustment, try to get a quick goal on the other side to get their lead back.
Similar story here. Zesty has to beat Lavish though, and Lavish stays the course. Able to get that challenge. We were looking for some transition goals now, and DePaul have been caught overcommitting ever so slightly offensively. One has resulted in a goal. One, it was just a great individual effort by Lavish to hold him back, to hold Weber State back. Oh, nice touch from Shikuki. Somebody needs to punch this home, though. Job's not done. Juice is able to get the defensive move to get the ball out of there. Great play. Black Wraith returns with head full of steam, car full of boost. Still not able to get a whole lot done. Not able to find that backboard. Raph beats 2 players from DePaul to force that ball down pitch. Still working with it. Eventually shut down at the near post, but got all the way down the pitch with that ball.
I mean, absolutely. It's just small mistakes that are coming into play here. We still need look like Weber got that ball in that last play just in front of 3 defenders, like Shikuki and all 3 members from the ball. Here goes another shot. Raph gets it at the last second. It was just floating home, and Raph gets it at the last second. But as I was saying, like they got that in the middle of 3 players from the ball, like just all looking for that ball there. But like, look at this. Like all Weber State is back for it. Here comes the aerial demo, but a shot. Follow up from Shikuki goes a little bit wide to the left. It's not looking too good so far, but 1:10 left on the clock. We're looking to see if DePaul can get this next goal, get some insurance goals, and just to take this game home. But the Weber State is fighting tooth and nail for this last game.
Ooh, up! Ball just floating in slow-mo in front of the top left corner of the DePaul net. DePaul so far doing a good job of a lot of concerted effort and purposive effort to break apart the defense without giving up too much as far as in transition or counterattack on the other side. Now Shikuki going in once more. Gets around Juices. Here comes the shot! Lavish scores in explosive fashion. The 2-1 lead going to DePaul with a mere 33 seconds remaining. Shikuki with a beautiful setup to get around Juices and put that perfect pass spot on. What a play.
The ball was going in, but he gets the demo to top it off, and so now 2-1. We got less than 30 seconds left to go, Jeff, and DePaul is trying to take this home here. They Weber State is playing a little bit desperation. They've triple committed over to try to tie this up and move us into overtime. But man, what a last second play coming in from Lavish, just making it work. And so here we go.
Oh no! The Raph speeds down and gets that insane angle. What a tight angle! This one's not done.
You say, miracles can occur. Raph, it basically saved this game. It saved their match right so far, tying up 2-2. Well, 13 seconds left on the clock. I mean, we've seen last second goals, but this might be an overtime for game number 4. But yeah, I don't think either one team wants to play it overtime. They want to finish this in here and now.
Last shot, last opportunity for Weber State. Juice is going to put it off the wall. Nobody's there, and it is indeed OT for game number 4.
So here we go. It is 2-2. DePaul is looking to finish this out, cement their place in the playoffs in a two-game differential in this match. Weber State is trying to stay alive and move us to a game 5. And a miraculous last-second, 11-second goal coming from Weber. So now we're gonna see if we can finish this out. Golden goal situation. We're into overtime. Let's see if DePaul can close this out.
Oh, the mind games are real. Shikuki gets around. Juices. Black Wraith looking for the double tap. Can't find the follow-up. Back the other ways. Weber State wanted something, but very quick defensive rotations from the DePaul. They're not giving you anything easy, at least not just yet. Juices is going to win up at 50, but the ball just ends up flying sideways. Zesty looking to wrangle it under control. Juices back to Zesty. Oh, those Juices over the top, followed up on their own. Black Wraith with a great save.
Absolutely. So we're a minute in. It's still tight. I mean, I know it's a one-goal situation, but it's still extremely tight. No team is letting up, and we're seeing a lot of aggression. But as a shot comes up for Shikuki, it's up, and oh my goodness, Raph with the save of a lifetime. But another save here for Zesty as well. All three members from Weber are back, and they were just like, but again, it was just so close. Shikuki was looking at this game 4 and the match, and just gets stuffed at the last second.
It's gonna take something special to break open this Weber State defense. Been so strong. Oh, that might do it. Lavish put it all the way down. Holy cow! It's an end-to-end goal to close out the series. Lavish
again
from in front of the Scarlet net. Oh my goodness, downtown. That was in a completely different zip code.
Jesus, Lavish saves DePaul season, and now that's 2 matches. They're 3-1 apiece. But if they're not in the playoffs, I don't know who else is going to be the playoffs at this point with both of these games. But what a shot coming in from down, and it's been like that for both of these games. Like, you've seen shots like that, just floating right over people's heads and gets right. Just uncontested floaters. You would never, you wouldn't think that would be the last goal of this matchup, but yeah, it worked out so well for DePaul. So congratulations once again. They only had to do it once, but they did it twice. Like I said, they wanted to get down to business, and so I hope this time we get to talk to somebody from DePaul, talk about both of these games.
Wow, greater enemy felled. And, well, DePaul, open your treasure chest, guess what's inside. It's a trip to the postseason. You're going to land now at 10-5. You are guaranteed mathematically a postseason appearance if you are